kept pushing me. So I'll practice, I'll do this, I'll do that, related to art. My dad upset me so much that I would for my dad with tears. And I'm a very gentle child, very respectful. But the first time I challenged my dad was because he taught my artwork. And a friend of his advised me, leave this boy. You don't know his destiny. And later years, when I succeeded, my dad was about my success with the art. And when I started, people were thinking, how can you make this art? How can you feed? You know? So if you have time, I can give illustration of my life story. Who is lost in direction because society takes you in direction. A lot of times parents, even though it's a but it's a ignorance. Your parents say you have to be a doctor. Gone are those days. Imagine Canon Wako or J.J. Okocha. The parents want him to be a doctor. If they listen and become doctor, wouldn't that soul be frustrated?
The doctors themselves, they are suffering right now.
So everyone is gifted with something. That's the first thing. Forget society. Forget what your peers are telling you. Forget what your parents are telling you. Not in a bad way, but your passion. That is your gift. And then people will come to this land, you have a gift, a peculiar gift. And no gift is inferior. No, in this life is inferior. If you watch a movie, you see your guy is the boss, right? And Lou is like boy. But after this, when you're doing, it's your girl. No! So we're in this world, everyone is playing a role. So your role is as important as the other one. The man that has a car, if the car has problems, maybe we need mechanic. So mechanic is important. Yes. So that's how one needs to see life. I'm a living example. I've done 50 years in this industry. Most of the musicians that you know from OG level, people are new generation. I worked on their covers. I've designed over 2,000 album covers. Over 2,000 in the last 50 years. Over 100, possibly 200 musicians. As I speak to you right now, I have an appointment after this. It's one of you see the top 3 in Nigeria right now. The top 3. One of them, I'm going to see this evening. I'm doing one and for you. Imagine 50 years on, I'm still on. And the secret is because in 1992, 32 years ago, I bought my first computer. I was way ahead. 1992, I bought my first computer. That time it was Current Drop 4. For anyone who knows Current Drop, that's where I started. So I started combining with my organic style. So my style is so eclectic. So I'm doing work for everybody. In 2019, I designed the cover for Files the Bad Guys album, Moral Instruction. So that's the thing. Just knowing yourself will take you long. You will make your decision. You may offend some people. It doesn't matter. But the greatest advice I have for you is make sure you succeed. If you fail, they will finish you.
Quickly, before we go into the last quick bathrooms, I want to find out something. Because, you see, for a quiet, humble person who, when I asked a particular question that is coming out with such, vibe like this, would you mind me calling you an OG quiet revolutionary?
Yes, I'm an
evolutionary.
Yeah, because I believe, I love the revolutionaries, all my heroes are revolutionaries.
Can you mention a few?
Warrior spirits, but me, I'm not a warrior. So I know my own. I'm an evolutionary. Fela was warrior, revolutionary, right? Peter Tosh of Jamaica, warrior. Yeah. Those are my heroes. Malcolm X of the US, Stephen Biko, Che Guevara, Thomas Sankara, all those are my Kwame Nkrumah. Those are my heroes. For me, my goal as an evolutionary is, the revolutionaries sometimes feel like you've got to turn over the table. But remember, after every war, you will still come and sit on the table to settle matter. To join So if we throw away table, where will we settle? So as an evolutionary, I believe in working assiduously because I know when something is bad, it will take a minute to fix it. It will take time, but you have to work purposefully. That's what's missing in Nigeria's governance. You know, we have to work with intentionality towards a goal. We have to set goals, make plans and work. That's where the Babylon people, the Westerners, are much better than us. They plan way ahead. We are planning Belém. This is the Belém. So to invest in things that will grow our society, we are not interested. You understand? So it's just important to relate to yourself for guidance.
Okay, quick one. Your work has had a huge impact globally. How have your Nigerian youth shaped your creative journey and influenced your art?
Yes, you know, like as a creative in this society, any great creative is supposed to do work relating to his or her society. Anything otherwise is a failure. It's colonial mentality. It's inferiority complex that will make you live in an environment you are doing work like people of other environment because you are feeling inferior.
Yeah.
So for me, my creativity derives from everyday movement of people around me. First and foremost, when I self-taught, so that I didn't study art, I didn't study official. So I used to go to the museum those days. If you ever heard of Ben, I used to go check his exhibition in 1972-73. One piece of it I very popular tutu. I saw it live, you know, National Museum Lincoln. So people like Erabo Ekwai, he did a lot of work at the National Theatre and I think at the airport too. I love his work a lot. Yusuf Radio, all those people. So I will go, you know, look at it, say, I get home, I practice. I still have an old drawing book, 50 years old drawing book, that I have a sketch that I made of something similar to Tutu that Benoit showed in his exhibition called Negritude. So I go home, I sketch a lady, you know, with that shape. Anytime I see that drawing, you know, I just smile. Those were my beginnings. And everything I did was with intentionality. How did I come to meet Fela? How did my destiny cross? By 1974, you know, I had finished secondary school. I was, you know, planning. You know, we used to travel abroad those days, but it's for golden fleece. You go, get qualified. Maybe you are a civil servant, you get some qualification and come back. It's not that Japan forever. I see on social media these days, they interview some Nigerians abroad who Japan. They say, I'll never come to that country again. I say, wow, what great human being will be disparaging your own country by himself? And here we mount God every time. God has put everybody in a position, in a location, with intentionality for you to contribute in that place. But look at us. So how are we going to make progress? If we are not careful, what happened to our forefathers, our ancestors, that a lot of ignorant people, you know, talk down on? Worst of it is going to happen to this new generation. Let me give you a practical example. Right now, the Chinese are buying real estate everywhere. Everywhere they buy hectares. And they are borrowing our country, money. So we are tying ourselves for future colonization, a new one from the yellow people. So imagine everybody Japan. Then you stay in Babylon for 30 years. That's the time you want to come back. The Russian president once said that Africans turn their own land to burial ground. When they receive money, they make it money, save money, they carry themselves Japan. Then when they die, they carry their dead body back. You understand? So, picture in 30 years time, 50 years time, the Chinese will own so much land here. People who Japan coming back, they want to buy land, they buy from Chinese. Mark my word. That is going to be worse than transatlantic slavery. And you know, we are not conscious. We are not conscious at all. If you tell people about Africa, you know, people just say, natural hair, natural, the way God made you. Look at African women. 95% of them is wig on a whatever. Spend millions of dollars to be buying bone straight or whatever. And they are so proud, and they feel like it's the brainwash. It's colonial mentality. That's ignorance. It's only our race that does that. I've seen Indian women who tell Afro people, what you laugh. They said, even they are here, when they do their ritual, and people are buying it from they say Brazilian, Belgium. Ignorance is too much. So, learn, seek knowledge, seek information. It's easy now. We don't have any excuse now. Our days, it was difficult to even get information, but we still got it. Today, you can. If I mention, the next I mentioned, Google Malcolm X, Google Kwame Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah was the first president of Ghana. That's why Ghana is still getting respect today. You know? Kwame Nkrumah is one of the fathers of Pan-Africanism. But how many people know about Kwame Nkrumah? Kwame Nkrumah wrote about 18 books. Fela made us read all those books. It's from one of the books that Fela and us got the idea of young African pioneers. If you check Fela's history, Calcutta had a huge political movement. Me and 2 other friends were the key figures of that political movement in Calcutta in the 70s. Even Obasanjo government banned that association, so you know how powerful it was. Because we had up to 5,000 members. 1976, young African pioneers. We got the idea from Kwame Nkrumah's book. So, knowledge is power, like I said, but knowledge applied is power. So you don't just have knowledge. So whatever you choose to do in your life, do it with all zest, with all intentionality. It's not difficult. We can see. Look at the example of music. Nigerian government doesn't contribute anything to music. Look at young people just look at Afrobeats now. All over the world. Nigerian government didn't have any input in it. It's private individuals. Do you understand? Yeah. So the whole world is shaking. Ashake is shutting down. Burna Boy, that one is even going to be clear. Shut down the stadium in London 2 years in a row, 100,000 people. Wow. So you see how powerful we can be when we identify ourselves. And our identity is very important. Please don't let anybody be calling you black. Black is not a race. It's a misnomer. It's intended for that brainwash. So when they came on religion, black is evil. The whole white administration, the only so-called black is devil. You see? So they call us black and call ourselves black. In America, our cousins are calling themselves black Americans. What a shame. Then the worst is nigger. Whoa! Nigger is a slave. I found a rhyme word. Because I've been talking to some of these guys, if they have the courage, they should stop using that nigger. Ninja is better. Most people love anime, right? Japanese anime. They talk about the ninja turtle. You see how Japanese, they build themselves as powerful. We are busy building ourselves as inferior. So you say my nigger. That's very negative, very negative. Then worst of all, our women are called witches and goodness gracious. Witches and hoes. What? I think that what? Do you know language? Democratic term. Can you hear Chinese people call their women witch? Indian people, they call their women witch. They are wiser and they are more progressive than us because they have their culture, their traditions, they are holding vis-a-vis technology. We collected all the rubbish. Technology that we should collect, we don't collect. Chinese collect technology well, holding culture. India collect their technology, they hold their culture. So what do we offer to the world?
What are we selling to the world?
Yeah, what exactly? So music, fashion, art.
What is our USP?
And this is a fashion event. Yeah, so imagine, look at our direct, look at the show. You understand? That is something very innovative to lead the world. And we have already been at the head of the innovation. They lied to us. You see all those Italian designers, I don't want to mention any of their names. Because I cannot be giving free advice for people who are killing us. All their logos, they are stolen from Africa. I don't want to mention names, but go there. So the logos, we are stolen from Congo art, Ghana art. The logo, all those sarcophagus symbols, they stole everything. You look at the Yeye dollar. That pyramid there was stolen from Egyptian civilization with the eye. So a lot of things, but because they kept us ignorant, we said we go collect a certificate, we can't present it. So we need to wake up. We need to wake up. Our own
I'm younger than him, just in case you do not know, I'm 14. I was 14. Continue with this mode. So I'm going to ask the last question. You just have. So before then, let me just ask this last question. So prepare yourself. What do you think to have an appealing to a global audience?
African art.
Yes.
Always had people.
Many centuries even before.
So that they'll tell you on Abimumu, on Abiku, on Abi, that ages, that continent, and all. Fela had a quotation he gave me in 1975. He said, if a man wants to enslave you forever, he will never tell you the truth about your forefathers. So today, he said, now we sell ourselves. Who tell you that? You know the situation of prisoner of war? Oyinbo was too smart. The advancement, science, everything that Africa had in Egypt. It's not this Egypt though. This Egypt, those ones are Hykso Arabs. It's what is going to happen to South Africa in a few decades time, if we are not careful. So the Egypt you see is Arabized. Those people are usurpers of that land. The original, go and Google, check the pharaohs. You will see some and so on. You will see that there are people like you and me. They created that pyramid till tomorrow. Scientists cannot decipher how it was built. So that's how powerful we were. But we've been confused over and over and over and over. So they tell us we sold ourselves willingly. It was a prisoner of war situation. The moment they got the sciences, you know what you go first do? You go do gun. Africa don't do gun. So when they come, it's a gun called Maxine gun. You can Google it. When they created the Maxine gun, it was a game changer. So when they come to a village like this, boom, ordinary four in our people carry one out. Before they just 5 people die, everybody surrender. They will call it we are come, bring everybody people. So it's not as if, I'm not saying the trade didn't go on. It's natural human endeavor. In the process, the trade went up, but it's not as if we are intentionally saying, come and pack our people. No, it was a prisoner of war scenario. It's like Boko Haram come to your house. You won't take your daughter. Oh yeah, tell them they don't take your daughter. You fit. Till today, that's where they situate themselves. The most evil in this world is done by the Western powers. The most evil in this world. These are people who will look at your government if it's progressive towards, liberating you. Then they take him out. Look at what they did to Ghana in recent time. In 2011, in Shomolu, my office, I was shouting. The Shomolu people, they were looking at me like I'm crazy. Mr. Levy, what you paid you 42 years? I said, 42 years. Queen of England, 60 years. Ishe Oloshe. Gaddafi built Libya so well. They got envious. In recent time, there is a YouTuber that I watch. Let me just recommend it. The Mac. THEMERC. The Mac. Go and check it. About 3 weeks ago, he posted the video of Sheila, I call that witch, Sheila Clinton. She was jubilating when they informed her that Gaddafi. She jumped. So that content creator got it from CNN website. So that's the evidence to see how those people are towards them. They don't have any love. They want to be packing, maybe remain moving. So those are things we need to know. So that in the near future, maybe any of the young people now, it will be your turn, right? All the people who are running affairs of Nigeria, they came in power since they were 20. Buhari was like 29. Obasanjo said, Yakubu go on the first one, 32 years old. Now they run Nigeria when they see there. So people don't be jonesing. We go check Fela's story. We don't do protest in our time with young African pioneers. You understand? You can't just be looking like this. You go old, you don't even get opportunity. Those people want to be there till they are 100. They started since they were in their 20s. I'm telling you, go and check the history. Ignorance is not good. Lack of knowledge of history. Like Marcus Garvey, one of the greatest fathers of Pan-Africanism said, the people that with knowledge of their past history, it's like a tree without roots. A tree may not get roots. Where to go to the flow like this? So, it's over to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Levy. Just one question. Can we entertain just one question from the audience? If it is possible. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Alright, so my question is, it's two questions actually, I'm putting in one. As an artist, right now, I think the internet is pitching perfection to all of us. No one thinks about imperfection. So, for you as an artist, there will be a time when your work to you might not look perfect, but you still continue to push. That's the first question. And then the second question is, what have critics or art collectors said about your art that was supposed to push that or still continue to push?
Okay, so those are very interesting two questions. Okay, the first one, you were asking if there was a time that my work, please.
If there was a mistake and then you were able to
maybe I'll give you my contacts after this talk. Come to my studio, I open my computer, I have thousands of my work in my computer, my hard drive. I will show you the body of work I did for Polygram Records. You know those days we had all these big record companies here. Polygram, it's an international company, it was here, live in Nigeria. CBS, I designed for them. Sony Music, I designed for them. Polygram specifically, I have at least 200 album covers that I designed for them in 11 years. 11 years. So, those styles were, cut and paste. Those days, there was no computer. So I cut a picture, I pasted with this gun called Cowboy, and then I can use marker or whatever, or poster or paint over it. I was just freestyling. I said I didn't study art, so I was experimenting. But you know what I had going for me was confidence. And then goodwill, because I'm a very good character person, if I have to say so myself. Anybody who's known me just asks about me. I'm very quiet, very easygoing, I'm very patient. So I did those work and everything got passed. So these days, sometimes I look through them, I feel embarrassed, like, what? How did I take this for granted? That is it. It's my confidence and my dedication that they saw. And they saw that, yeah, there's something in this guy. So they let me go. And Fela, for example, Fela never gave me concept of what to do. At the later part, he gave me one concept. And that one ended up in our crash. But everything I did based on what vibe I got from the music and the lyrics. I didn't illustrate his lyrics literally. If you can go check Fela, you can check an album called No Agreement. You will see. Recently, who are also trying to follow my kind of style. My art is socio-political, so it's like music. A lot of our Afrobeats now is just fun. Very few of them are saying things topical. When I talk to some young people, they are afraid. They say, who will buy it if I start to talk about this and that? So, but all of us have a role to play, and that's why I said, know thyself. Don't do follow. Don't follow somebody. Don't copy. If you listen to yourself, if you are going to be like a revolutionary artist, go ahead. Don't worry, people will knock you. Initially, eventually they will come to you. Like the collectors, because my style is eclectic. Any exhibition I'm having, I mark out a section called iconicity. I must paint Pan African movies. Collector like, you don't like, I will send them. I must paint that one. Then once in a while, I put hardcore. The kind of one I'll do on Fela cover, I will put it. Then I'll put other ones. And I use different medium. I use plastic, I use digital, I use organic, I use cut and paste. So I go in, sometimes I have a neat figure. Sometimes I just paint something just to create a mask. But my aim is to keep on going my way. And I've succeeded so far. So that's the game. Don't be worried, maybe all your colleagues are painting art for artists. Art for artists. collect on the first time, what you say is champagne. You just want after. You don't collect on the first time. Now, you wait on, pay. When they will say, I just want 5%, it's not 5%. It's just a matter of choice. So keep to your lane. I've submitted in my lane. As I speak to you, if I bring out my phone and show you my email right now, it's from Japan. They are starting celebration in Japan, in Tokyo, 2024. So the commission in 3 weeks ago will be it's been approved. So they sent a flyer that I help them ship. That's way Japan. So those who need your style and call you. The world has a billion people. Lagos alone is 20-something million. How many customers you want to yeah. You need customers, they don't pass 5. You know how many? That matter you get 10. You don't get just that. Yes. You understand? So sometimes just 1 or 2 things that pay. You get, so don't be afraid. Follow your heart.
Thank you so much, Mr. Levy. If you want to engage Mr. Levy, it's going to go back to it's coming down now, so if you want to engage him over anything this week, but please don't go away without knowing this. Like he said, if you want to be enslaved forever and ever, you won't find out the truth about your forefathers. Thank you so much.